Number Games, 9/11 to Coronavirus by Zachary K. Hubbard, author of Letters and Numbers. There is a code as old as time and as simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3 that is being used every single day to contrive the stories that become the news and in turn our collective reality. This book is about that code, known as Gematria, and it has been written for the purpose of shedding light on who is using this knowledge to the detriment of humanity. As you will learn, the same party using the code is the same party that is responsible for the events of September 11, 2001, and the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. And that party is the Catholic Church, or better said, the Whore of Babylon. As you will also learn, the Catholic Church is the same entity that gave the world the Gregorian calendar and the English language, two things that are perfectly in tune with one another, thanks to the Jesuit order who have served Rome since 1540, just before the establishment of the Gregorian calendar and English being standardized as a 26-letter alphabet and not arbitrarily. As you will come to understand, the 26 letters have everything to do with God and playing God. Zachary K. Hubbard is a teacher, speaker, blogger, YouTuber, and truth seeker. Should you read this book? If you think it is interesting that on September 11, 2001, Flight 77 reportedly hit the 77-foot tall Pentagon in Washington, D.C. on the 77th Meridian West after taking off at 8:20 a.m. and crashing at 9:37 a.m., 77 minutes later, then this book is for you. Furthermore, if you can comprehend that there is a code of numbers behind the letters of the English language as simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3, and using this code reveals that phrases and names such as September 11th, World Trade Center, and Order from Chaos equate to 77, this book is definitely for you. And please know, these are all facts, just the same as it is a fact that Pentagon construction began September 11, 1941, just prior to Pearl Harbor. Table of Contents. 1. Introduction to Gematria, the language of the Cabal. 2. 1968, year of the coronavirus and 9/11 master plan. 3. 222 months later, from 9/11 to the coronavirus pandemic. 4. Event 201, the Jesuit order, Anthony Fauci and Pope Francis. 5. Crimson Contagion Pandemic Exercise and New York Times. 6. Clade X Pandemic Exercise and the Pandemic 666 days later. 7. Operation Dark Winter and Mr. Bright's Dark Winter Warning. 8. Donald Trump's vaccine plan, Operation Warp Speed. 9. HR 6666, Contact Tracing, ID 2020, and the Big Tech Takeover. 10. Rockefeller's 2010 Scenarios for the Future of Technology. 11. Bill Gates' first birthday on Jonas Salk's 42nd and Elvis. 12. Tom Hanks and the use of celebrity to sell the pandemic. 13. Nadia the Tiger, Tiger King, and Year of the Tiger 2022. 14. Coronavirus predictive programming in popular media. 15. Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 54 win and 222 ritual. 16. NBA's suspension and Kobe Bryant's burial in Corona del Mar. 17. Trump's assassination of Qasem Soleimani and World War III rumors. 18. George Floyd, NASCAR, and the racial aspect of coronavirus. 19. The strange thing that happened in Hotel Room 201. About the author and book, Number Games, 9/11 to Coronavirus. Hi, my name is Zachary Hubbard, and on September 11, 2001, in addition to everything else you know about that date, I made myself a promise. The promise was, I will find out who is really responsible for 9/11, and I will do something about it. I said that because I knew I was being lied to about the entire story, and at the same time, I felt that I was being mocked. This was mostly due to it being reported that there was a national emergency, like none other. On the date written, no different than 911, the national emergency dialing code for the United States, only to find out shortly after that World Trade Center construction had started in 1968 in New York. The same year, 911 was made the national emergency dialing code. In addition to those details, I had always had a strong sense for justice and doing what was right when given two or more choices. I was also thinking about how if I had made a slightly different decision a summer prior, I might be one of the younger men being shipped off to fight the coming war, based in an obvious lie. As some of my friends were, including my buddy Oscar, who I had known since second grade. I was only 18 years old then, in my second week of college, living out of state. But I wasn't anybody's fool. Since then, nothing has changed about my sense of justice or doing what is right, and I never broke my promise to myself either. That's why, as of the start of 2020, after nearly 19 years of extremely time-consuming research, I definitely know the answer to the question of who is responsible for September 11, 2001, and I want the world to know as well, and to be able to prove it in the same way I can, in a way that is truly undeniable and deep and evidence-based. That is what this book is about, a book that has the power to change the world, in terms of exposing and ending tyranny, and thinking about the way we treat each other, and this place we call home, Earth. I thank you for taking the time to read it, and I promise you that if you do, you'll enjoy it, and you'll learn way more than you expect. Plus, you'll develop a skill that will benefit you for the rest of your life. If you agree with the phrase knowledge is power, then this book is for you. Cheers, truth seeker. And, oh yes, one more thing. You'll also learn that the same cabal behind 9/11 is the same cabal behind the coronavirus outbreak. And that is because they are two related agendas that are about building a technocratic surveillance grid so that government and big industry can have a watchful eye on all aspects of our lives at all times for the continued sake of power and control, and we must stop it.